All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. I have my pass, admit one. Now, I'm not bragging or anything because, I guess a lot of people have them, but I don't know how many they gave out. I don't know. It's to the inaugural gala. I'm not a gala kind of guy, but I don't know. To the inaugural gala of Brian P. Kemp, 83rd governor of the state of Georgia. Admit one. One, that would be me. That's Thursday night. I went down to the inauguration Monday. So Thursday night, got my pass there. Back to Atlanta. Oh, that's tomorrow. I missed yesterday. So going down tomorrow. Now, the inauguration I really enjoyed. Got down there, did the show, after the show Monday, okay? After we closed the show Monday, started down to Atlanta and just didn't feel 100%. You know when something just hits you? So I get down to Atlanta and I'm just not feeling good. And I say, hey, you know what? Lisa, I just don't feel, I'm not feeling good, all right? I don't know if I'm coming down with something, but I'm just not feeling good. It just hit me. So we go to the Capitol, went into the Capitol, said hello to some people in the Capitol, opening day. Everybody down at the Georgia Capitol, it was packed because Monday is the opening day of the session. And the Capitol is packed because everybody has to be sworn in again. So they started Monday morning at the Capitol swearing in everybody. And the families show up because if you're a new member of the state House or a new member of the state Senate, you have to be sworn in and everybody's family shows up and they get a picture. And, if you're a member of the House of Representatives, your family shows up after the swearing in ceremony. You get a picture with the Speaker of the House, so on and so forth. So that all's taking place. So it's a lot going on at the Capitol Monday morning at the opening day of session. And then hustle over to Georgia Tech, which I don't know if I'll do it today, but I have never used Uber before. Never have. So we decided, instead of going to the Capitol, going into Capitol, spending about 45 minutes there, and then driving over to Georgia Tech, finding parking, and then getting out and finding and trying to get back in that traffic, we would just stay put, take an Uber over and back. And we did that. It worked out well. I got quite a story to tell on that. Obviously, I talked to my Uber driver, as you well know, and I, checked out some things. I'll tell you the story later. Did a little survey. But anyhow, so we do that, and we get over to the inauguration, and now I'm just like, I don't know, I'm going downhill quick. So I go to sit down, and, we got our passes. We go to sit down, and we got some pretty decent seats. And we look over to the left, and Kevin Harris, I don't know if you know Kevin Harris up here in North Georgia. He lives, I think, down in McCaysville. Am I right? I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but Kevin Harris, he comes over and he's talking to me, and we're talking, and he looks and he says, "Look who just has been seated to the left of you." And I look over, give me number 34, and it's number 34. It's former Senator Zaxby Chambliss, okay? So former Senator Zaxby Chambliss, U.S. Senator Zaxby Chambliss, and his wife sit right next to Lisa and I, and during the inauguration, excuse me. So at that time, I'm really starting to, excuse me, I apologize for that. At that time, I'm really starting to feel bad. And I'm thinking, first chance I get, Senator Chambliss, if you feel bad today, I apologize. I'm sorry. If I gave you a thing, I'm sorry. So anyhow, just wanted to share that little note. So I may have been, if the senator is the former senator is under the weather today, I may be responsible. But we had a great time at the inauguration and moving right along. So now here's the second thing. This is old news. This is old news, but I wanted to get a chance to say it no matter if I was out 3 or 4 days. Go to number 8. So Clemson comes, the players come up, okay, and the media can't take this on so many different levels, okay? It didn't matter if I was out a week and how old this is because, Dabo Swinney down up there in Clemson, the quality of this organization. See, the media can't take this for multiple levels. One, there wasn't enough controversy in the onset of how many players came out and said they would not attend. That didn't take place, okay? So whatever Dabo had to do with his team, he did it. He made sure, obviously, that, if you search the internet, you don't find, several of Clemson Tiger players saying, we don't want to go to the White House. So they couldn't find that, all right? So they go there, and nobody is complaining, all right, and saying they won't go. And these are college kids. So the guy that just won the national championship, he's only 19, okay? These are college kids living in dorms, okay? And, pizza and burgers, they live off 7 days a week. They do. You know it, all right? And it was great because, number 9, so Trump goes out, and they're complaining, like Joe and Minka yesterday morning. I did get up to watch them. They're complaining yesterday morning Chick-fil-A's not there, okay? They're trying to do anything to cause trouble here. But look at this. Big Macs, everything, right? So yesterday I started feeling better, and Lisa calls me and says, you want something to eat? I said, yeah, bring me a burger. No, you can't have a burger. Why not? I want a burger. Because I'm looking at this. Trump set it up. I mean, how, when you start feeling good and you want something to eat, I had to have a burger, right? So the president puts out Big Macs, Wendy's, Burger King, Domino's Pizza, blows it up. Now look at number 10. This guy's stacking it up. I mean, he's got burgers. He's headed over to find a chair. He's going to knock these burgers out. It was a great day for the Clemson Tigers. Thank you, Mr. President, for acknowledging these young champions. And once again, we apologize that the media has to attack you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, regardless of what's going on about something. There's always a relentless attack. But I want to say Dabo Swinney, once again, continues to show how the character and how he has such a well-disciplined team. That's why they're number 1. Just give me, let me give you another picture that I want here. Let's go to number 19. President Trump job approval rating is 37%. Disapproval is 59%. Again, with another poll, another daily poll. They live every day to run a poll. Approval rating is 37%. Now, Trump defies all polls. Yes, he does. And pollsters, we go back and we look at the pollsters and we see where they're wrong. But there's an enormous gap and so many errors where Trump's concerned. Now, this past election in 2018, there were some accurate polling on some campaigns. And the reason I say that is some of the serious polling companies that are trying to handle the technology of polling, which means everybody is not home and answering the home phone. And the other problem with the technology, with polling today, is if you have a cell phone number that you got 15 years ago, there's odds that you may have kept that 15 years and moved 4 times. So there's a lot of people in North Georgia up here where we live that have a Florida number, and they'll call you and it'll say Florida number 919 or something like that, whatever. That's not uncommon. So pollsters are struggling with a lot of different things concerning technology. Where are they actually calling? Who are they calling? Where do they live and where are they registered? So there's a lot of polling models that are trying to work through the old-fashioned way of everybody was home and picked up the phone and either hung up on you or answered the questions. So some of the more reputable polling companies, some of the campaigns in 2018, they were pretty accurate on their polling. Well, that leaves somebody like myself that says I don't trust polling saying, hey, how did they get this one correct or that one correct? Because if you're calling and you're saying, do you want candidate A or candidate B, and it's a reputable polling company, a lot of people are not in fear to say they want candidate A and candidate B. And I say fear, but they're not concerned. Or to answer some questions. Trump breaks all those models, every single one of them, okay? No matter what the question is, anytime you go Trump, after that, everything about the polling model and the data, to me, is worthless, okay? Because let's put it like this. Here's a story from Newsbusters, okay? And this is a story from Newsbusters. This came out January 15th, all right? Networks trashed Trump with 90% negative spin in 2018. 90% negative spin. At the midpoint of Donald Trump's first term, the establishment media obvious hostility shows no sign of relenting, but polls show this negative coverage has had no impact on the public's attitude towards the president. Since January 20th, 2017, the Media Research Center has analyzed every moment of coverage of President Trump on ABC, CBS, and NBC evening newscast. 90%. As it was last year, the Trump presidency was the biggest story in 2018, according to almost 87 hours of coverage, or 28% of the evening news airtime, but that's 90%. 90% negative and just 10% positive. And that story's out there. That's on Newsbusters. You can find that. It's never a positive word. Never with these people. Now, I want to go to before I get into Trump, give me number 13. Now, nobody wants to touch this with a 10-foot, 20-foot, 30-foot pole. Nobody wants to touch this from New York to Iowa, okay? House votes 416-1 to rebuke Stephen King's comments on white supremacy. Illinois' Bobby Rush lone no vote. Okay, he wanted him censured. Okay. Now, let's go to the Des Moines Register here. That's the Chicago Tribune. Let's go to number 15. The Des Moines Register editorial, Steve King should resign for the good of Iowa. King has often made Iowa a laughingstock on the national stage, which his offensive and absurd remarks about undocumented immigrants, comparing them to dogs, or disparaging them as drug mules with calves the size of cantaloupes. Okay? So I'm not here carrying the Stephen King mantle today. Got it? I'm not here telling you that, You know, I'm not here to defend this guy. He's not my congressman, all right? He's your congressman out in Iowa. But Republicans are always so quick to sympathize with the left, and we can never condemn. We never have a Democrat come out and condemn anything. Nothing. They never condemn anything. I mean, impeach the MFer. No condemnation from anybody. They will never come out and condemn their own. Never. Number 29. Number 29, the New York Times. This is a New York Times article. White nationalist, white supremacist, Western civilization. How did that language become offensive? Quote, Representative Steve King from Iowa. You know, I know nobody's touching this because it's on the third rail and nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to defend Stephen King. I'm not defending Steve King. I'm not doing that. But keep this in mind. This New York Times article is like a 57-minute interview. And according to King, there's no audio, okay? According to Steve King, there's no audio, there's no video, and he claims that's not the context that that quote was put in or the way he said it. Now, that's not a defense, but the New York Times, you know, you think they're going to show Steve King any kind of consideration in an interview? I'm just saying, yesterday I get so tired of Republicans running to come together to sing Kumbaya with Democrats. And, you know, we cannot condemn, you know, Muslim Brotherhood. We can't condemn anything. Nothing. I mean, Republicans are the biggest lined up group of kiss asses I've ever met in my life when something happens. I mean, I'm sorry. I know I went too far there, but my God, I just want to get that out of the way because I just get so tired of the Democrats can say whatever they want, whenever they want to say it, and no condemnation whatsoever. Their people never come out and condemn them. You look, I want to know when is the last time, okay? When is the last time there was a vote on the floor to condemn Democrat language? Look it up. Send it to me. Send it to me the last time there was a vote taken on the floor to go back to 13. House votes 416-1 to rebuke Stephen King's comments, okay, on white supremacy. Illinois' Bobby Rush lone no vote. And the reason he was the one, because he said it didn't go far enough, okay? 5:09 Eastern time. I mean, they're out of the box with this morning. When is the last time there's been a 416-1 vote on anything condemning anything a Democrat said? Anything. Nothing. Just saying, folks. I'm telling you. You know, not defending the guy, but I just get so tired when we kiss up the Democrats thinking they're going to like us or be nice to us or the media is going to care. Let's go to number 16. President Trump's handling of the economy down for Quinnipiac poll. Approval is 49% to 48% disapprove. Okay. Number 17. I did not get a phone call, but I'm in the 33%. I just want to know, where are you at? Because you didn't get a phone call. I'm going to say you didn't get a phone call. If you got a phone call, let me know. Okay. President Trump's job approved strongly 33%, approved somewhat 8%, disapproved strongly 50%, disapproved somewhat 5%, okay? Number 18, job approval among independents, 31%, down 8 points since December. Hold on, I got another one here. Now, I want to know number 20. We're going to talk about Barr, William Barr, that's Attorney General. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Number 20, Trump. Is Donald Trump fit to serve as president? When in the hell did we run polling after poll? 3 days in, 3 days run, every 2 weeks, 1 week. When in the hell in 8 years did you see a poll asking if Barack Hussein Obama was fit to be president? When in the hell did you see one? I don't remember the polling question going all the way back to Nixon or something. Maybe they ran one with Clinton during the impeachment, all right? Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't remember even Clinton fit to be president. Maybe they did, okay? If you find it on the internet, Clinton, the poll that asked, is President Bill Clinton fit to be president after the Monica Lewinsky or the Rose Law Firm or whatever, some of the things, Whitewater, I don't know. Could you get that to me? Because I don't remember the polling during Clinton. I don't remember the polling during George W. Bush. I don't remember the polling during Barack Hussein Obama. Every 2 weeks, I don't remember a damn poll one asking if they were fit to be president of the United States. Is Donald Trump fit to serve as president? All voters, 53% say no. He throws all polling data. You got to throw all polling data away when Trump enters in to the arena of polling. It just doesn't work. Doesn't work. 44 yes. Independents are up to 57% say he's not fit to be president of the United States. Democrats, 90%. And Republicans, there's a 9% of Republicans out there. We'd like to find out who you are. Push you right on over and get you a D. We will mail you a D for your sweater today if you'll just tell us that 9% who you are. We'll get your D right out to you. And you can tell people it stands for dumbass, Democrat, whatever the hell you want to tell people it stands for. But that 9% of Republicans that say he's not fit to serve as president, we'll get that out for you immediately. But when is the last time that you saw fit to be? That just makes me so angry, because that's the kind of BS they start out with every single morning. I think the thing about that picture, if you'll look, they did that for 34 minutes this morning. I'm going to take another break, but here's what I want to do. I want to go with this. We're going to talk about the government shutdown. You may not like what I have to say. You might want to stick around just so you can not like what I have to say, because I'm not feeling it, okay, for the government workers that are staying home today. And I will explain my side of this shutdown. Number 21, West Virginia lawmakers want to give $10 million to help build Trump's wall. They have a piece of legislation. 3 of their lawmakers there in the state of West Virginia have, let's go to 22. West Virginia Republicans unveil plan to give $10 million for Trump wall is no different than sending our National Guard to the border or overseas to protect U.S. interests. They're saying, hey, in our state, they have an opiate addiction crisis. That's a damn crisis, Joe Scarborough. Oh, bada bing, bada boom, ooh. They have an opiate addiction, a crisis. We have crisis in rural America with prescription pills that have come across the border. We have opiate, we have fentanyl. I'm just getting so angry. We can't get 5.7 million for barriers. They never ran the news. Let me tell you what, these pieces of garbage this morning, they never run the news. You remember one damn woman cornered Jeff piece of garbage Flake, that piece of garbage from Arizona, in an elevator. Remember that? She cornered him and started screaming, look at me, damn it. Who the hell started screaming at him, right? He was so embarrassed he kept looking down on the elevator floor. One damn woman went and screamed at him in an elevator, right? And the media blew it up, right? A dozen families go to the door of Schumer that have lost a loved one, family member, to an illegal, someone that was here illegal in this country, that crossed the southern border. A dozen family members go to Chuck Schumer's office, and a dozen family members go to Pelosi's office, and they demand to meet with them, and they want to talk about their loss and what a crisis is and why they think they need the wall. MSNBC, NBC, CBS, no, they're not running that. You're not seeing that on TV. You're not seeing the real sacrifice that's been made, the real people that are hurting in this country. You're not seeing that because they won't show it to you. But you let one lefty wacko corner Flake in an elevator and scream, and they blew it up. And next thing you know, we got to go through another FBI investigation on Kavanaugh for a week because this woman screamed at Jeff Flake. Don't get me started. Anyhow, we have a crisis in this country. Opiate addiction, just Google it. West Virginia says they see no difference in sending the National Guard. If they sent the National Guard, they see no difference in it. And they've got to do something. So they're going to put $10 million towards the wall. So let's see how many states step up to that. Anyhow, I'm your host. I'm going to take a brief break. We're going to talk about the shutdown because this wall in the polling on the shutdown, they're trying to make it all against President Trump. So we'll go into that as soon as we return. This is what we've come to. Number 30. Kirsten Gillibrand, senator from New York. Trump said she would come to the office, do about anything for a contribution. Just saying, that's what Trump said. Oh, that burned her up. He said, Kirsten, come to the office. Yeah, she'd do anything for a contribution. That smoked her, man. That just smoked her. So she goes on Colbert late night, and that's where she announces she's going to run for president of the United States. She's yucking it up there with Colbert on late night that she's going to run for president of the United States while Americans are home, the 800,000 suffering. Take us a break, Josh.